Welcome everybody to our latest session of Scarlet Citadel. And I'm noticing that the screen that is currently being displayed is not the correct capture screen, so I'm going to go ahead and change that real quick. But for everybody listening along, for everybody that can see what's going on here, we're going to do our quick recap like we usually do and then jump into our session. So hopefully that is now correct. So yes, everybody, when we started last session, you guys were in town, having gotten back to town knowing that your friend Grask was kept prisoner in the Scarlet Citadel. So the goal was to recuperate in town and then eventually make your way back to the Scarlet Citadel and try to rescue Grask if possible. So when you guys picked up, you left out of the Cage Tavern and Inn, and you guys did a little bit of stuff around town, collecting some stuff. And then eventually, I'm trying to just fast track this a little bit, eventually made your way back to the Scarlet Citadel. Once there, you guys had some discussions about what was your best path to get inside, what would be the most, what most optimal way to go. You also had been alerted, based on Hugo having spotted a returning harpy, that likely was going to be another threat. So you guys entered and looked around the place, didn't spot the harpy. So eventually you guys decided to make your way down through what I'm going to call the main entrance. And when you did, you made your way pretty quickly to the prison cell area, found out that that is where Grask was being held. There was a long line of blood that was streaked across the ground leading in that direction. You guys eventually made your way over to the cells, spotted what appeared to be dead man in one of the cells. There was another individual who was not Grask also imprisoned, and then Grask, of course. You guys tried to, I believe somebody tried to pick the lock but was unsuccessful. Then you tried to use a crowbar to break it free, which you were able to do, but it did make a significant amount of noise. This alerted the enemies, particularly Scar, the red ogre that you had fought once before. He made his way around, engaged you guys in some combat. You guys were able to hurt him quite a bit, at which point in time he fled and he started alerting everybody in the area. You guys were able to free Grask and then also decided to try to free this other gentleman who was locked in the prison and was desperately pleading for you guys to aid him. As you attempted to get into the cell, I think once again we had a failure here, but eventually somebody threw a crowbar to Armony, and Armony, not necessarily known for her strength, attempted to break open the cell door, and surprisingly enough was able to do so. And this freed the gentleman who you later found out his name was Ikban, and he came with you, and you guys made your way slowly out of the Scarlet Citadel back up through the main entrance. You heard a lot of commotion as things were happening nearby. As you exited the Scarlet Citadel, you did then have this encounter with not one but two harpies, as the first harpy let out its song, and we had a couple failures on the team. Then another harpy let out a song, and there was a bit of a ping pong between the two of them, and they engaged you in combat then, trying to charm some of your team members while inflicting some pain. You guys once again tried to do the best you could to fight them off, wounding both of the harpies pretty significantly before once again they both fled and were able to get away. With this completed, you guys then made your way back and exited out of the Scarlet Citadel, made your way all the way back to the village of Red Tower, and with Ikban in tow, it seemed as though Elliot was trying to press Ikban perhaps for some type of reward for having rescued him from the prison cell. Ikban explained that he was a local academic and he was here doing some studies on some natural plant type stuff, mushrooms in particular. And Harmony found this a bit interesting, mentioned that she was also interested in mushrooms. As you guys made your way back into Red Tower proper, and Ikban wanted to make its way to the tavern right away. Some of you guys closely followed him. As he entered, he was only there for a brief moment before he then made his way to the privy outside, and a couple of you guys decided to follow and watch him closely, and he is currently in the privy with a couple of sets of eyes on him. Some of the rest of you guys made your way down to the Furrier Tanner outside of Red Tower and had brought the head of the creature you had killed back in Scarlet Citadel's courtyard, which was some type of an eagle bear. And you attempted to sell this, and you were able to make a bit of a deal with the Furrier Tanier, but wasn't nothing huge as far as monetary results go, but you were able to make a deal. So the group was sort of winding down here, having been a bit injured, and when we truly left off, Corin was inside the Cage Tavern Inn as the rest of the team was outside, and as he was sitting at a table, a gentleman has approached him and is currently facing him, though they have not exchanged words quite yet. So that was a really quick, brief recap of what we did 2 weeks ago. Does anybody have anything like to add to that I missed?
Yeah, there was some mention of some mists or fogs spontaneously appearing around, I believe.
Yes, good addition. So that was a rumor around town that you had picked up. And I believe Ikban had confirmed this for you, that this mist seemed to appear sort of out of nowhere, and nobody could really explain where it came from. It seemed to be small, isolated pockets, and wasn't necessarily some massive phenomenon, but very curious for it to occur. Go ahead and take inspiration, Hugo. Anything else anybody would like to add? Okay, hearing nothing, then I will assume you guys are all set, and I will bring us over to the Village of Red Tower map, and we can start our session. All right, so why don't we start off with Corin, who is currently face-to-face with this gentleman.
Can I help you?
You see he gives a slight smile, and you notice this sort of carefree sort of appearance, I guess you could say, maybe a whimsical side. Greetings, I am Sebastian, and you are?
Corin, nice to meet you.
Corin, yes. You are with the adventurers? You have traveled to the Scarlet Citadel?
A few times now, yes.
This is wonderful. I just came here before to also go into the Scarlet Citadel, try to find the treasure, see what could be found, experiences. You know how it is, life of the adventurer. But must say, my last group is not so friendly. They did not like that I could not see in the dark. Hoping that perhaps you had an opening in your group where I could accompany you and see if maybe, we could find the treasure together.
Can Corin, as he looks at him, maybe get a little insight on, is this guy a buffoon, or does this guy maybe know what he's doing?
Give me a blind insight check, and we'll see if you can get a rough read on him. I would say Corin, kind of looking over him quickly, he is wearing like a green overcoat. It looks like he has some leatherish armor, but you can see that there's something heavier underneath. He has this sort of longer cloak. The way he holds himself by poise and so forth, you don't get any sense of buffoonery.
More people are always welcome. Although I think we will have to discuss it with the rest of my companions.
Yes, this is no problem. If you could let me know before too long, because if not, then yes, I must find my future elsewhere. But, yes, certainly speak with your companions, let me know, and if it is of any consequence, I would be willing to go with you for a share of the treasure found or a flat fee per day that we are adventuring. I'm sure we can come to some acceptable agreement.
What did you say your name was again?
Sebastian.
Thank you. I'll ask them when they all come back, Sebastian.
And
where
you will be here, you and your friends here at this table?
I think we will be here for a little bit, yes.
Excellent. I will tell the bartender to bring over the first round on me. Maybe this will tip their minds towards me.
That is very kind of you. Thank you.
Yes, and he extends his hand looking for a handshake.
Corin will give him the old handshake.
He gives you a firm grasp of the hand. You see that he pats your hand that's clasping his hand with his other hand, and then he returns that smile and he says, it's very nice to meet you, Corin, and I hope that we will come to a satisfactory agreement. Yes, have yourself a good day.
You as well. Hopefully talk to you soon.
And you see he smiles as he heads over to the bartender.
When everyone gets back, I'll inform them that there is a murderer trying to capture us.
All right, so doing a quick round robin in the team, I believe that Armony's currently outside with eyes on the privy to where Ickban is. I think that is where Elliot is as well, but with Dylan not being here today, Elliot will quickly find other things to do here in town. Remind me where exactly Hugo and Grask are, as I don't recall.
Yeah, I'm watching the guy in the bathroom. I was the one that like followed him out and said, let's go to the bathroom together.
Oh, all right, great deal. So Ickban's there, and then we've got Hugo somewhat close to the privy, and then Armony has eyes on Hugo. How about Grask?
If Elliot is I think the last thing Elliot and Grask were doing was walking back from the tanner, but if we are back, then he'd just be at the table.
Okay, fair enough. So we'll assume that Grask returns next then, stepping through that rib cage to the entrance of the Cage Tavern and Inn, where he spots Corin currently sitting at a table.
They didn't want it.
It was not in great condition, but now that we know about them over there, maybe next time when we get something that might be profitable, we'll take care of it immediately, although we were having trouble before, so I wouldn't say it's our fault. I just ran into a person who offered his services to help the group out. I think we might want to take him up on his offer. It seems like we've been having difficulty getting in and starting our assessment of the Citadel.
Do you trust him?
Hard to tell so far, but he seemed like he was competent at least.
Might be better than what we've been trying.
At the very least, I think another sword arm wouldn't go amiss.
And Grask, just to remind everyone, Grask looks like total crap. He hasn't slept in 2 days. He's lugging around this big piece of meat, which he has dragged in here unless they try to stop him at the door. And he just looks very beat up as he sits at the table.
You've probably gotten some side eyes, but they don't flat out refuse you.
Yeah, it's like there's Airbud rules. Nothing says you can't lug a big piece of meat into the tavern.
But, they do have a sign that says no shoes, no shirt, no service.
No dogs.
I'm assuming Grask is, completely naked.
And here I was picturing the little leather loincloth around the waist, right?
Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah, he's got the loin.
Yeah,
Okay,
me too.
okay. Good.
For the sake
Good.
of my mental imagery.
Well, it's lizard folk. Who knows what's down there, right? But yeah, so back outside then, as our two other player characters are currently watching the privy door. It takes a good 5 minutes or so extra before it sounds like Ickban inside the privy is kind of maybe wrapping things up there. And he opens the door then, and he steps out. And I would say, Hugo, as you're watching him, you notice a slight, smile on his face. Maybe it's more relief than anything else as he steps out, and then he looks and he goes, "Oh, I didn't know you were waiting for me."
Yeah, I figure, it's good to have a buddy.
Right, we're heading back into the tavern, right?
Yeah, let's go in. Let's have a drink, Ickban.
And then you see he kind of gets up a little bit closer to you and he says, you see that lady that we went with? She's like staring at us off by the building, though. What's her deal?
Well, I haven't known her that long, but she's a little spacey. She's probably just making sure that we're okay. And I'll
Artney's
put
playing
an
with
arm around him.
her herbalism kit.
And you see he looks towards you as he looks back towards her. He goes, far out. Yeah, that's right.
Harmony,
What's up?
you want to fiddle with that stuff inside? We're gonna go in and have a drink.
Sounds good, man.
All right, Ickbon, let's celebrate your freedom. Like,
Yes, yeah,
come
that
back.
sounds good.
Grab him, and we're gonna start going into the tavern.
Yeah, you see, you guys all enter the tavern, and as you're sort of reconnecting at the table here, you see he kind of nudges you, Hugo, and he says, I'm going to go wash my hands.
I have a flask of water right here, and I pull it out, and I pour it, offer to pour it on his hands.
And you see he looks down and says, oh okay, yeah. You don't have any of that soap stuff, do you?
No, I'm allergic.
And you see
What
once
about
again,
you,
looks
Harmony?
at-
These essential oils will just sanitize your soul.
Right, yeah. You see he nods as you pour a little bit of water in his hands, and you can see him kind of rubbing them real tight and trying to like get as much grit off of his hands as possible. And then eventually he sits in this, I imagine this is sort of like a booth table with all of you, and sort of just kind of collapses there.
All right, man. Be straight with us. How did you end up down in the depths of the Citadel?
Yeah, I think I told you already, right? That guy got me.
They're just snatching people off the street? That's
Well-
crazy, man.
I wasn't in the street. I was out in the woods looking for particular mushrooms.
Well, you know what I mean, man.
Yeah, but like I told you, that one lady's still down there, though I don't think it's very likely she's still alive.
What were they doing to you?
Torture. Man, the one guy, he had this like cocky, smug look on his face when he was in a cell, like nothing could hurt him. And I started wondering, well, maybe he's one of those guys that just doesn't feel pain. Then the first time they brought him back, he was, he was missing an eye, and he didn't have that look on his face anymore. He started getting really desperate, and then the next time they brought him back, he just slumped over, and I'd never seen him move again. That's when they took the lady, Dugan.
Why were they torturing you?
I don't know. They hadn't gotten to me yet. They had visited me in the cell a little bit. That big ogre guy, he had punched me a couple times, but no actual torture. But I don't know. I didn't hear any questions being asked or anything. I just don't know.
Well, I suppose we'll have to figure out what exactly is going on in there. It sounds... I hope there's a reason for it, but maybe they're just crazy.
Yeah, I've known a few that just liked torture.
Yeah, that one with the mask, he seemed like one of those guys. He was just all about hurting people and inflicting pain.
That's bogus.
Well, I was telling Grask, an individual approached me a few moments ago while you were outside, offering his services to assist us going back to the Citadel. He didn't seem to be a buffoon, at least. He had, I could tell, armor on. Seemed like he could handle himself somewhat. I don't know if we trust him yet or not, but it might be a good idea to have a little more backup next time we go back.
The swordsman, or one of you magic users?
Did I see a sword on him, Adam?
He did have a rapier at his side.
Yes. He seems to be the swordsman variety, a fencer, perhaps.
Well, I mean, we've seen how difficult it is under there, so if he wants to join up, we'll take it.
It might be a good idea until we get a little more experience in there. He did mention that he would either go for a flat fee or a cut of whatever we find. I don't know which sounds better.
I haven't the coin to pay a flat fee at the time, I don't think. So, for me, I would suggest that he takes a cut, because so far we haven't found squat as far as coinage there, but we also haven't been able to quite get any of these critters down.
Were you saying something, Harmony?
Yeah, I say the more the merrier, but I don't have any money either.
Maybe we offer him a share of whatever we find until we become a little more solvent, and then depending on how much we've found at that point, he might take a flat fee instead. We can ask.
I mean, if you think about it, he's sort of hiring us to go along with him. You know?
That's one way of looking at it.
And I know Grask over here lost his big axe, and I lost my sword. Maybe if he could help us get some new ones, you know, or let us borrow some of his or something, I don't know.
I have a little bit of money left also, so we might be able to get something. Of course, I look at my actual money and there's like 10 gold, so that might buy one thing, but I don't know. Anyway, I think he's
making
at
some coin.
I think so. We'll have to make some progress. Maybe with this guy, Sebastian, with us, we can actually get a decent way in this next time.
Yeah, and I was thinking if we can think of any way to sort of keep these guys from running away. The harpies ran away. The big red guy ran away. So if anyone can think of any way they can possibly get them from running away, that would greatly benefit us. Maybe this new Sebastian guy has rope tricks or can do something like that.
It might be something as simple as just standing in their way also before they can go through the door. I think he's at the bar, right, Adam?
As you look around, you do indeed see him sitting at a stool at the bar.
I'm going to cast message, and I'll whisper to him, Sebastian, if you wouldn't mind coming over here, I think we are going to use your services.
All right, and just as a reminder, not that it's important right now, but of course this does require you to cast a verbal component. So this is obviously recognizable. You do notice a couple eyes kind of look in your direction, a bit curious, but once the spell is complete, you then whisper your message, and that flows through the air, and you notice Sebastian kind of turns with that confident smile upon his face, and you see he taps on the counter, and the bartender puts a platter down that seems to have several drinks, and you see he walks on over and slides the platter on your tables. Greetings, see, this is the party. Hello, I am Sebastian. It's good to see you. I suppose Corin has told you of my offer. What is it that you think?
We think we'll take you on, at least in the trial basis, just to make sure you fit well with us and aren't a double agent of some sort.
Ha! Yeah. This is magnifique, double agent. No, I am simply adventurer like yourselves, trying to make my way in the world, and maybe become very famous one day. But I'm sure that it is a long way away. But I thank you. So let us talk money then. Would you like to pay a flat fee, or is this cut of treasure?
How much is the fee?
We can discuss and negotiate. Maybe we could come to some deal, but I am thinking maybe like 20 gold pieces per, yes, delve into the Scarlet Citadel, and then once we leave, then if I come back with you, it's another 20 gold pieces, something like that.
I think for, at least to begin, we'll give you a cut of the treasure. Our funds are a little limited until we make some progress inside there, if that's all right with you.
Yes, this is absolutely fine with me, but just to make sure, like you say, you want to make sure I'm not as double agent, make sure that I am reliable. So there is no change in your mind in the middle. If we find some big treasure chest, it's no take 20 gold pieces and pay Sebastian and say, oh, now it's a flat fee. No, so until we leave, then it is cut off the treasure.
And then another day we can switch that out to a flat fee if you're willing.
Yes, but of course, as my skills improve and I am more capable and can assist you further, then the rate may go up.
Fair enough. Welcome to the party, Sebastian.
Yes, and he extends his hand to each of you that wishes to shake it, and he will shake each of your hands, and anybody that does not, he simply passes over, does not seem to be insulted in any way, and he says, Sen, perhaps you wish to tell me what it is that you have discovered so far, and how soon are you ready to go back? Your little friend here looks to be a bit beat up, so I assume it is not today.
I think we're pretty tapped for the day. Perhaps tomorrow, if Grask is feeling up for it.
Yeah, and this little one he's not coming with us. He's he was someone we rescued from the Citadel.
Yeah, I would never want to go back there. That place is terrifying. And you notice Sebastian kind of cocks an eyebrow as he looks at him and looks back at all of you and says, well, the life of the adventurer is usually dangerous. It's not for the common folk.
Have you ever been inside?
Inside the Scarlet Citadel? No, I'm afraid not, but I have been in the other places. I am familiar with delving into caves and tombs such as this. I'm not no world-renowned expert or anything, but good enough to assist you, I think. As I was telling Korn here, my only problem is I tend to use this rapier and my shield, no hand for a light, and I am human and cannot see in the dark, so how do you handle the light sources in your party?
Not well.
I think we'll have to
some torches.
maybe a lantern we could clip onto our belt.
A lantern you can hook onto your belt. I think you have been playing too much Elden Ring, but I should see if something like that is in town.
What is this Elden Ring you speak
lantern. I have this hooded lantern here, so if you could figure out a way to attach it to my belt, I could use it, and I'll be the light.
That is a good question. Let's see. So it's a hooded lantern?
Yeah, hooded lantern.
I feel like that's a thing on 5e, or it wasn't a game that I played, which may have been a concession for the group. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's not something I'm familiar with, but what I will say is, if you wish to tie it to your side, I'm okay with that, but keep in mind it is easy to hit then. So if an enemy chooses to, say, strike it at your side, then that could certainly be a risk.
Just get covered in burning oil. It's fine.
Possibly.
Stop giving him ideas.
This is Adam we're talking about. He's
Yes.
already had that idea
that's
and
true.
several others. He's got a whole table to roll for what happens.
I produce flame in my hand and I say, "This is how we see."
And you see Sebastian looks at it and says, this is very talented. You are very good at this, but yes, it does not seem to be as bright as you'd want. I kind of like this lantern idea. If nothing else will work, I would be more than happy to carry a torch into battle, and then when something happens, I simply throw it on the ground and draw my rapier and charge.
Well, do you want to just have the hooded lantern attached to you?
I've never tried this, but I suppose for you, I could certainly try, and we shall see how effective this is.
Also, you don't happen to have a spare one of those rapiers, do you?
I'm afraid not. Never was an expert at fighting with two weapons. More of the blade and shield man myself, so I do not carry an extra.
Adam, remind me, how does it go with a caster having a lantern? He still needs a free hand to do the hand motions, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you have Warcaster, you need a free hand for somatic.
All right. I should have taken that feat.
Are you currently using a two-handed weapon or a shield, though?
No.
So you could always go spell focus in one hand, and then, or actually, I don't even think you have to have your spell focus in hand. You just have to have free hand. So if you went lantern and then empty hand, you'd probably be fine.
Oh, okay. I guess I always thought you needed your spell focus in your hand while you were doing stuff.
I mean, see, it's spell focus or spell component pouch, right? So I think as long as you have the free hand to touch it as you're casting the spells, you're good.
Gotcha. Okay, well maybe mine's a crystal, which Harmony might like because I think she likes crystals. But maybe I'll just tie that around my neck or something, and it'll be what was Dragon Slayer-esque. If you guys remember that movie.
That does not sound familiar, but I'm sure I must have seen it.
I'm just throwing all the deep cuts out tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that from like the 80s? Because that's what I'm thinking of, but then I was like, maybe not.
Yes, that is a super 80s movie.
Okay. I think I did see it then. It was Sacrifice the Princess to the Dragon, right?
Yeah, that's
okay.
it.
All right, I'm with you. All right, so it sounds like then, Corin, you're going to take the Torchbearer or Lightbearer role here?
I think I can do that.
Okay, and with that settled, Sebastian looks at you all then and says, well, this is excellent. I'm really looking forward to seeing what skills you are bringing to battle. Is there anything specific that I need to know before we head into the Scarlet Citadel tomorrow?
What, I know you said that you use your blade and shield. Do you have any specific things that you can do? Skills or maneuvers, maybe?
I tend to fight with a companion, and I protect them, provide them with some defensive capabilities as I use my shield to assist anybody close by to me.
All right. I guess if anything comes up that you think might be, you should mention anything you think of as we're going along if it looks like you might be able to help.
Oh, okay. Yes, I would be happy to do so. And of course, you can always ask as well, as I'm sure sometimes you will have your own thoughts. And of course, in addition to my rapier and my shield, I currently have my longbow up in my room, so I will bring that with me tomorrow just in case we find ourselves needing to shoot, and then I will be prepared.
Sounds good.
Okay, so here's the thing you need to know about the Scarlet Citadel, man. From what we understand, you can leave a corridor and then come back and it can be completely different, man.
This seems impossible. How could this be?
I don't know, man. It sounds pretty trippy. I mean, what we've seen so far has been the same each time we've been there, but we haven't seen that much.
Thank you for telling me this. I don't know how you prepare for such a thing, but I should keep my eyes open.
There's also some heartbeats, so they try to sing at you. So maybe get something to plug your ears or something, or figure out a way to not get confused by them.
Harpies? These the ones that they get the sailors by singing to them as they jump off the boat?
Yeah, these are land harpies, though.
My. What can really be there? But I suppose it must be dangerous if there's truly these treasures inside, as they say.
Stain, right?
And then there's some dead people inside that come alive and try to attack you. There's a big red guy who makes you get all mad.
He flexes and blood squirts out of him, so watch out for that.
Oh, this sounds terrible as well, but, okay, flexes and blood, makes you mad. Okay, yes, hopefully we can take him down quickly.
Maybe your bow for him specifically might be a good idea.
Yeah, stay at range, seems to be, very smart, when fighting such an opponent.
Cotton.
Excuse me, you say cotton?
Cotton for your ears. For the harpies.
Oh, I see. Yes. I will see what I can find around town. Well, thank you. Yes. Let me see what it is I can find around town. If anything can help. Before I go, is there anything else that I should know? Is there anything else specific that you need before we go down? If I keep my eyes open, I might see something.
Well, we are looking for a brother of Elliot here.
Okay, so another of the little ones, hard to see, they're able to hide so easily, but okay, when we are there, I'll keep eyes open, and even in town, I don't think I've seen too many of the happenings here, but maybe.
I'm sure there's things that will come up as we go along inside, but I think that's everything for now, at least.
Okay, I simply ask, I shall go around town, see what it is that I can find, but once we go into the Scarlet Citadel, I just ask if something changes, just shout out, let me know, because if I don't hear, I will assume that, well, everything is good, but if you tell me, then of course I shall listen and do as best I can.
Thank you, Sebastian. Welcome to the group.
Thank you very much for the invitation. I don't suppose that your group has some official name, something cool like a sky animal or anything like this?
I don't think we've gotten that far yet, have we?
Nah, it's been a rocky start. We'll pick a name after a more glorious victory, I think.
Okay, this is good enough. For now, we'll call this Zarakis. Okay, I shall see what I find. Shall meet you here tomorrow morning in the lobby.
Sounds great.
Excellent. I look forward to working with you tomorrow and see what it is we find. And with this, you'll notice Sebastian gets up. He gives you guys another smile and a little of this bow, and motions to the drinks, letting you know to help yourself, as he kind of kicks his boots a little bit and walks on out of the tavern.
As soon as he leaves, Hugo looks at him and says, I do not trust that guy.
Really?
He seemed all right to me, but time will tell.
Same.
I just don't trust most people, I guess, but I don't know. Keep your eyes on him.
Ichabod, you sure you don't want to join the life of an adventurer? I mean, this is your chance to claim fame and glory.
No thanks. I would much prefer no one ever knows my name except when they read it in an academic journal.
I get it, man. To each their own. Hakuna Matata.
Iqban, are you, I can't remember, did you say you were from here?
No, I'm a traveling academic. I came here to search the local fauna. Well, the flora, actually. It's the mushrooms.
Oh. I don't suppose if we ever run across any mushrooms that you might want some of them. Would pay for some of them, I should say.
Well, unfortunately, my research stipend is not that high, but if it's of something of particular interest, something you don't see everywhere, then maybe.
What if we found some mushrooms that would be able to be made into something? An ointment or a potion? Would you be willing to help us with that if you're around?
Of course, yeah. If it's something I'm familiar with, I'm more than happy to help. Some of the mushrooms, though, you guys heard that story. I think I told you about that mist that's suddenly appearing. Some people were saying they were thinking it was connected to a certain mushroom. If you find something like that, I'd be really interested. I'll try to pay if I can, but like I said, I don't have a huge budget or anything.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I love mushrooms.
I was kind of waiting for Harmony to just say that.
Yeah, there's so many kinds. There's quite a bit of different uses to it, both medicinal and other.
What's not to love?
Well, Igban, as much as I hate to involve the local authorities, you might want to let them know where you were taken from so people might be able to avoid that little area.
Oh, you mean like where in the forest I was grabbed?
Yeah. We don't want it. We don't want what happened to you to happen to somebody else.
Well, you see, he starts scratching the back of his neck. They kind of already know because they told me not to go that way, but not because they said you get grabbed. They just said it was a weird area and you should avoid it. But okay, yeah, I'll try to let them know.
And what area was that again exactly?
It's out the west side of town. There's this arch out there, and they said just to stay away from it because nobody really knows what it is, but, well, that's where the mushrooms were.
If we head that way, we'll keep an eye out for mushrooms.
Oh, yeah, good idea. Well, thank you so much for rescuing me, and I'll see what I can do about putting together some kind of payment. Like I said, my stipend's not too high, but maybe when I get my next pay, I'll try to see what I can do for you.
Thanks, Ichabod.
Thank you, guys. You'll see me around town, I'm sure, but for now, I'm gonna go get some rest, because And with this, you see he stands up and heads over to the bar.
Take it easy, Ichabod.
And he gives this farewell wave as he walks that way.
For what it's worth, I don't trust Sebastian either. But Corin said he was a friend.
I didn't go that far. He seemed all right.
You guys ever think about how horses run around on their fingernails?
Corin stops, looking at Grask, and looks over at Harmony for 5 or 10 seconds. No, I hadn't thought of that, actually. That's interesting.
Until right now, oh my gods.
All right. Well, while you guys are trying to catch a little bit of R&R here in the tavern, drinking some ale that has been purchased for you by Sebastian, quick reminder about, I don't know how many short rests you guys took today, so we'll just use a group discussion on how many, if you have any left, because I think some of you have some levels of exhaustion. I know Grass does, I'm pretty sure. So a reminder, you can spend up to 2 short rests per day, according to our house rule, to try to shake a level of exhaustion each time, and then a long rest will, of course, shake a level of exhaustion. So depending on how you wish to do that, to see if you can shake as many of those levels as possible.
Can you get a short rest if you have no hit dice? Because I don't have any.
You can, yes.
If I spend no hit dice on a short rest, can I still try and shake exhaustion?
You can, yes.
Let's do it. I think we only took one. Right?
Yeah, I'm trying to scroll back to see where it is.
I know I've only taken one because technically I haven't slept in since the first day, and we took one because we only had the 1 hit dice.
Okay, so yeah, Grask, if you'd like to take your second short rest for today, go ahead and throw a Constitution saving throw, DC 10, to see if you shake that level. Okay, and then is there anything anybody would like to do today other than just rest and relax in the inn and then get a night's sleep?
I thought it was the end of the day when we got into town.
It's close to the end of the day, because remember, you guys left in the morning, traveled out there. I would say it's probably actually more like midday, because you didn't do a ton out in the Scarlet Citadel before you basically just rescued Grask and then quickly beat a quick retreat. And it's only like I want to say it was a 3-hour walk from Red Tower to the Scarlet Citadel. So 3 hours back. You probably left in the morning, say 8. So it's probably only like 2 p.m. honestly right now. But again, doesn't mean, maybe more like 3, because you did a little bit around town as well. But you guys can certainly, just have this as essentially downtime, unless there's something specific you wanted to do.
I need to replace my weapon.
Yeah, Corin nods and says, I was going to suggest that maybe, here, take this gold and I'll hand over 8 gold.
I'll pull out my my wet, meaty coin bag and add them to it.
That might get you something at least. Might not be high quality, but enough to get us through the first part.
How much is the night at the tavern?
You guys have been getting lodging here for a silver piece per person per night.
I'll cover the tavern for tonight.
That's kind of you, Hugo. Thank you.
Yeah, you gotta return it when you give it. So, thanks, Corin.
Is somebody taking this gold piece? Should I take it off my page?
Did we?
What's it for?
Yeah, what was it?
For somebody to buy a weapon.
Oh,
do we have
are
two
you giving me
weapons?
one?
That's all I have to offer is 1 gold piece. So,
All right, Grask will take it if you're offering.
there you go.
Thank you.
We're really scraping the bottom of that barrel. Starting out here.
Harmony, did you want to come with me to pick it up?
Sure, that sounds like a blast. Let's go, man.
All right.
All right, so you and Harmony wish to head, is it to the smithy where you're looking to purchase a weapon?
Yeah.
Okay, so as Harmony and Grask exit the Cage Tavern and Inn, find themselves back in the village proper, and start making their way over to the smithy. You guys have been here once before, and you remember that there was this later middle-aged woman who was working the smithy, pretty heavy arms, looks like she's done this for most of her life.
While we're traveling, Grask will speak up.
I feel pretty vulnerable right now. I'm without my weapon. I'm injured. I'm exhausted. And I'm in a town full of humans.
Don't worry, man. I got your back. Nobody's gonna bother you here.
I'm glad you're coming with me.
Yeah, I won't let anybody give you any guff.
All right, as you guys exit out of the wall of Red Tower here and walk your way to the smithy, you notice that same woman, and you see her just sitting here looking over some weapons. It looks like she's recently created. Mostly as a reminder, she seems to work in horseshoes, but you can see a couple short swords and a few daggers that look recently forged.
I cast guidance on Grask before we go talk to this lady.
Okay, so a little distance away from the smithy, you cast this spell, reaching out and touching Grask.
What's it do?
put it in chat. You can add a D4 to an ability check.
In case I need to just take it.
Wait, would it not work for like a charisma check? It would, right?
Yeah, it would. I think Grask is just telling you what he's thinking, though.
I was just trying to give him a little confidence as he goes into a social interaction, but okay.
Grask will look around the shop, look at this stuff that she has on display, and walk up to the lady and say,
Do you have anything bigger?
And you see she raises her head once again and says, "Oh, it's you. Well, as I said, we don't really have a lot of call for weapons, but what do you mean by bigger? What are you looking for specifically?"
An axe. A big one.
A big one. Do you mean like a battle axe or like a great axe?
Great.
And you see she eyes you for a moment and says, well, to be honest, I haven't made a great axe here forever because nobody really asks for them. Something about them being too swingy. They always go for the great swords when people do have the cause for one. But I do have a great axe back in storage that hasn't seen the light of day in quite some time. I suppose I could sell that one to you. I'm not going to be using it.
May I see it?
Yes, just wait here. And you see she steps away a bit and starts poking through some stuff, but you can see she seems to be keeping you in her line of sight. And you know, looking around, seeing some of these items close by you. It's almost like she's keeping an eye to make sure you're not trying to filch anything here. And I'm assuming you're just sitting there waiting for her to return?
yeah.
All right, like 30 seconds or so later, you see she pulls out this larger trunk from one corner of the smithy shop and starts digging through it, pulls back this cloth, and produces a great axe. And you see she holds it in two hands and walks up and holds it out towards you and says, "Yep, here it is."
Good.
He'll reach out to see if she'll let him like try it out.
Yep, and you see as you reach out, she sort of slowly, gingerly places it in your hands.
He holds it. It's definitely lighter than his old one, but it's also much sharper than the old one was because that thing had just seen some wear and tear.
It'll do. How much?
And you see she looks at you for a moment and looks back down and she says, why don't you just take it?
Grask smiles and he says,
A moment.
and he walks out the front for a bit, and then you can hear the sound of dragging, and he comes back around the corner and he's got the meat he's been lugging.
A trade then.
And you see she kind of chuckles for a moment as she looks down at this big chunk of meat that you just have been dragging around everywhere. And she kind of laughs a bit and says, "Okay, yeah, I think there's something I can do with that. Trade's a trade.
Thank you.
May your enemies fall before you."
And yours, you.
And she gives you a smirk and a smile before she starts going back to her work here.
Man, that is a super dope lady.
I hope that was a good deal. I don't know what these normally go for.
I think it was a great deal, Grask. You want to see a cool trick?
Yes.
I cast a new cantrip. And I stick my hand in the hot coals of the I don't even know what the ironsmith place is called.
The forge.
The forge.
And you notice the lady so this is verbal and somatic. So obviously you motion with your hands and utter some magic words. And you notice she kind of, again, gives you this side eye. And your hand, I then imagine, sort of looks like it takes on the appearance of iron. and you reach into these coals, and yeah, it does not hurt you at all. And you notice she kind of gets up and looks down and says, "That's convenient."
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I could do that. Anyways, suppose we should head back.
Let's go.
All right, back at the Cage Tavern and Inn. Anything else you guys are doing in there while your two companions are away?
I'm just drinking, and Hugo is gonna like retire early and go back to a single room.
Corin was just staring at Hugo the entire time. Not really. I think in lieu of my 1980s Dragon Slayer movie reference, Corin is currently taking a piece of string and kind of wrapping it around his spell focus crystal to hang around his neck.
Okay, nice. All right, so Hugo retires early to his room. Corin's still in the common room, spending a little bit of time on his spell focus. You do notice, after about a half hour or so, Corin, Sebastian seems to re-enter, and he just gives you that friendly smile once again before he makes his way up to his room.
Corin will give him a wave, a hand wave.
Yep, and he'll give you that kind of nod in response. So shortly thereafter, we have both Armony and Grask returning to the Tavern and Inn.
Did you find an axe?
I did. The lady at the smithy traded the meat for it.
Wow, that's quite a trade.
Oh crap, we should have asked her if she had any rapiers. What were we thinking, man?
Whoops. We can try again later.
You'll have to barter with something else because she has enough food now.
Noted.
I do want to give back your gold.
Oh, well, that's... Thank you.
How many pieces?
I believe there was 8 that I gave you.
He'll pull out his coin pouch at the table and just start pulling them out, and you can see, like, you can tell which ones were yours because he'll pull out one that looks kind of clean, and then he'll pull out like a soaked, gross looking one. It's got some stain on it, and then another clean one, and back and forth as he just picks. Like, he's not making any distinction, but you can tell.
I think I obviously Corin notices, but he doesn't say, "You don't give me those." He just kind of watches as he counts them out. Thank you, Grask.
And he'll hand Armony back her gold that he gave. She passed over as well.
Yeah, and I think after Corin finishes his drink, unless anyone stops him, he'll go up for the night as well.
Okay, safe to assume that the group is going to finish eating, drinking here in the tavern, and then retire and wake up in the morning and regroup here in the tavern common room?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But Hugo's gonna like try to read this like book that he has on him for a few hours before he goes to sleep.
Anything of significance in the book that needs to be noted?
Well, it's a book he took off a spell casting guy that he acquired.
Murdered.
From him.
Okay, so basically he's studying a book that he acquired through, we'll say, questionable means. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes, and for my intent, just to be clear, is hopefully he's going to try to multi-class into wizard. So this is, in theory, a spell book or something that would explain why, you know.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. So, right, so starting to study it, getting a leg up on that as he hopes to eventually be able to master, or at least get himself to the point where he can start casting some kind of spells.
When Harmony gets up, she's going to prepare some different spells than
Okay,
yesterday.
perfect. So we will go ahead and apply a long rest to the group here. And yes, feel free to switch out spells for those of you that can flex your spells as you like. And rest of the group, once you guys wake up in the morning, I imagine you're coming down to the tavern common room. If there's anything in particular you wish to do before then, let me know, or just as you arrive. Otherwise, I will assume you guys are essentially, coming here to the common room and awaiting the arrival of Sebastian.
Yep, sounds good.
I'm gonna give the dream to. Has anyone not had it yet? I'm trying to remember if Hugo and
Yeah, I had the 4 damage resistance.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say Grask and you know what? I'm gonna take it this time. So Grask and me have that success stream.
Neat.
Yeah, that's cool. I've never seen that subclass before.
I found it in a thing that I kickstarted called Pangea. It's like a kind of primordial themed setting for 5e. Seemed like it fit pretty well.
Yep, I was like, feel free to use anything out of the PHB, anything Wizards produced, anything Cobalt Press produced. And Matt was like, how about this homebrew thing? And I was like, okay.
Hey, they are, it's a printed book, so I don't know if that's still homebrew or not.
No, but so far it seems cool. Well, yeah, we'll keep seeing how it looks. But yeah, so far I'm liking that dream thing. That's a cool mechanic.
Yeah, same. I think, go ahead, Libby.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think Karn will go over to Grask and tell him that he had a dream that they were both winning at a dice gambling game for some reason that they were playing, and that's the success dream.
I dreamed I got to taste the meat I traded away.
It's almost as good as actually having it.
And it was more chicken than bear.
Oh, interesting. Maybe we'll get another one and test it.
Is there a place in town where I could purchase mistletoe?
You seem to recall Ickban telling you that he was very surprised at the stocks that the innkeeper here at the Cage Tavern and Inn seemed to have accessible to him.
Oh, yes, that's right. I go up to the innkeeper.
All right, you approach the innkeeper and you can see him standing there, and you see he is a fairly large man. Looks like he's very broad-shouldered. He gives you a smile as you're approaching, and he says, "Oh, welcome. I've seen you around, but I don't think I've had an opportunity to speak with you yet. I am Ambrosi. It is good to meet you, and you are?"
Pleasure to meet you, my man. I'm Harmony, and I was looking to procure some sweet mistletoe, and I wasn't sure if there was like a herbologist or florist in town. Do you have any ideas?
In town, probably not so much, but I assume, if I can be so bold, this is something along the lines of a druidic spell focus?
Yes, and spell component as well, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, you may not have heard of anybody from around town, but just so you're aware, southwest of Red Tower, past the orchard, there's actually a small temple of Eric out there. I'm sure they would have that type of stuff, but I actually have some here as well. But I could sell it to you for a reasonable price, but if you're interested or just missing a place to truly worship, that temple of Eric out there might be of interest to you.
Oh man, that's great to know. Thanks. I'll have to check that out on my travels, but we're gonna be headed the opposite direction today, so if I could just grab some for you for now, that would be awesome.
Yes, that would be no problem. Let me just look up my recent pricing here. Have to make sure that everything is in line with the current exchange rate. Yes, it looks like I can sell this to you for 1 gold piece.
Whoa, man, that is some kismet, because that's all I got in my pocket right now. Here you go, man.
Wow, it's too bad you didn't have like 1,000, and I would have been like, oh, it costs 1,000, and you'd have been like, perfect. But no, I'm just kidding. Here you go. Here's your sprig of mistletoe.
Thanks, man. Don't get bananas.
And you hear him kind of chuckle, and you see this lady from the corner of your eye looking at the two of you and just shaking her head like, ugh.
I guess I overpaid.
And he sees a sort of look of concern on your face for a moment, and he goes, no, that's just my sister. She thinks everything I do is stupid.
That's what siblings are for.
I guess so. But yes, hopefully this works out well for you, and go with the Oak Father, as they say.
What was your name again, man? I'm not real good with names, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's okay. It's Ambrosi.
Nice to meet you, Ambrosi.
It is nice to meet you as well, and I don't think I caught your name unless you already told me and I forgot, in which case, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Harmony.
Harmony.
It's like
okay.
harmony without the H.
Oh, that's perfect. I'll never forget it now. That's a really good way of remembering it.
Works every time.
All right, well, I hope you and your friends are safe out there, and if you need anything else, let me know. I usually have a few different odds and ends back here that, a lot of times is not covered by anybody else in town. You've probably noticed we don't have the best shops here. Not we get, any lords or kings coming through here. But, yeah, if there's anything you need, let me know.
You don't happen to have any, secondhand rapiers that somebody might have left behind in a room or something, do you?
Harmony, go ahead and throw me just a random 1d20.
Public or private?
You can roll it publicly. No, unfortunately not. I do have a little odds and ends back here, but I don't recall seeing a rapier.
Okay, we were just looking for is that a simple handheld melee weapon?
I could sell you a dagger.
Okay, I'll let my buddy know he's looking for something, so see if he's got anything like that.
Yeah, just let me know if you want. I got a few different daggers back here I could certainly sell to you.
Then Harmony runs to tell Hugo before she forgets that Ambrosi can sell him a dagger.
I have a dagger already. He quickly pulls out a dagger, sheathes it, and he's like, and I got this sword now, so.
Oh, you have a sword?
Yeah, it's a short sword. It's not a rapier, but.
Oh, dude, I didn't realize you already had something. That's good.
Oh yeah, I always have a blade on me, of some sort.
All right.
Good looking out, though. I appreciate it. Maybe we'll find my rapier once we go inside.
What's our new hired friend's name?
And as if though this was a TV sitcom, the door suddenly opens and everybody around the bar says, Sebastian! As he walks, and they don't actually say that, but his name is Sebastian. As he walks in and looks with this smarmy look on his face and he sees you, and he actually snaps his fingers and points at you guys as he approaches. Ah, there you are! Let us go. Are you all ready?
Yeah, I want to see what you can do, man.
Ho ho, you don't say you'll be watching me. Well, I think I might be watching you as well.
Well, you're going to have to be in the back, because that's where I'll be.
Maybe sometimes they will say, hey, go shoot your bow, and I will be there, and I will have the best view in the house.
Maybe.
All right, friends, are we ready to go to Scarlet Citadel? I'm very curious to see this place.
We didn't clarify it yesterday. What are you thinking your cut will be?
Oh, so I assume there's, well, say 4 of us, no, wait, who am I missing? 1, 2, 3, my counting is bad, but just equal share.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
In his head, he's thinking like, from what they brought back the other days, 0 divided by 5. That's not so bad for a fee.
You might want some of your meat, Grask.
He is not. Oh no, that'd be bad. He's not gonna want to come with us tomorrow, though, if we don't get anything.
Well,
We
don't
def-
worry. I prepared a new spell that allows me to sniff out riches. True story, bro.
Oh, you're too funny, Libby. Corin will nod and say, hopefully we do find something today.
If we find any, you'll have to tell me what they smell like.
Will do, man.
Okay, are we ready to go? I'm a little bit impatient. I want to see this place.
All right.
All right, group. So you gather your adventuring equipment here and make your way out of Red Tower. Once again, avoiding that the pond out there, as you've been told there might be something dangerous, and you guys have been careful to walk through the farmland each time. As you make your way out and travel the few hours walk, you notice Sebastian has a little bit of pep in his step. Longbow is at his back now. He has a shield on most time. It's kind of smaller. It's more like a buckler, you might think of it as. Then he has his rapier, but it's still sheathed. He has like one free hand. He does seem to be keeping a pretty keen eye on his surroundings, looking for any sign of danger, that sort of thing. But overall, just seems to be very cheery, man. As you guys are approaching, you eventually find yourselves on the outskirts of the Scarlet Citadel.
As we approached, did we see any flying humanoid objects?
No.
Well, let's do the cotton before they show up. And Corin will tie the cotton around his ears like last time.
All right, and as you do, you'll notice Sebastian kind of does this, oh yeah, gesture, and he starts poking out of his pocket and does the same thing.
Yep.
Did we have enough cotton for everyone? I didn't actually buy any because I wasn't there the first time.
If you did not purchase cotton, but you wanted to, I think we said you could get it for 1 silver piece in town, so we can assume you've purchased that if you wish.
Okay, yeah, I think that's fair because I told him to buy cotton. Is it 10 silver and a gold or
Yes.
100? Okay.
It's 100 silver and a gold.
No. Isn't it 10?
No, it's 10. I'm just messing with you.
Say
You'll be rich.
Well, in one of the editions it was, so yeah, they changed it.
Yeah, it's not quite as bad. No.
Harmony is going to cast Goodberry.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and click that and burn that spell slot.
And she'll put them in her pouch.
Okay, there are now 8 berries in your pouch. Or 10 berries, sorry.
I guess since we got our earplugs in, Corin just kind of points at the direction that we've been going and starts walking that way.
Do we have a deafen icon? Oh, there it is. It's the third one.
Yep, and remember, you always have that option for toggle condition as well if you want.
Nice.
I have never clicked that macro. This is great.
Of course, it didn't do anything on mine.
Did you have your token selected when you clicked it?
Yeah, it doesn't work. It's okay.
Oh my goodness, Sebastian looks exactly like I think he should.
Don't be shy, Sebastian.
What?
Harmony just shakes her head.
As we're coming in here, Grask is pretty much just looking, well, as up as he can. To see if anybody's coming in above him.
Once we get here, Hugo is going to point at either way, either the back way or the other way, and sort of look at everybody and sort of shrug and say, which way should we go?
I wasn't here for the one where you guys. I have no idea which way is really which. So, Gordon shrugs.
I say we go the longer way. The one with the rock on the exit can be a trap.
Corn will nod and give a thumbs up.
All right, so Hugo does as well, and then
We lost Libby. There she is.
Sorry, I had to restart.
All right, so based on the way you guys are going, it looks like you want to take what I'm going to call the main entrance down below to the first level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to save us the time.
Yep, yeah, I just mainly wanted to see which way you guys are going, seeing if there was anything here that you might have potentially stumbled into. But yeah, if you want to just pause for a moment, I will move all the tokens over here and get you guys down below. All right, and as a quick reminder, you guys know that you descend here going down into that trip door area. You would find yourself in that small room down below, and then find that very elaborate entrance that you would enter there to go down one more level.
And I think as we are descending, Corn will take the earplugs out.
yeah, once there's no sign of a harpy below.
Okay, and yeah, so once you guys all make your way down below, if there's anybody that wants to keep their cotton in their ears, just go ahead and type that into chat for me.
Does anything look different in this room, Adam?
On first glance, I'm going to say no.
Who is holding the torch?
As Grask says that, Corin will pull out the torch or lantern, whichever someone did.
Yeah, do you want my lantern? Here.
Yeah.
Here you go, hands over the hooded lantern.
Yep, Corin will take that, light it.
Warren, is the door to your left open or closed?
It's shut.
Okay, wait. I feel like I'm a little lost right now. Doesn't the place that we go in normally bring us in on, like, way over here?
No, it's like almost sort of behind us, but this is the main entrance and it leads to your cells. And if you take like 3 lefts, you will be where we drop in from the other entrance.
Yeah,
You-
this is basically
we're-
like nothing was happening in the secondary landing, so we continued.
Oh, okay. So this is after the Sea of Bones.
Yes, where you're at right now is where that bone pile is.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm gonna peek my head in here.
You do notice what looks to be a bit more of an accumulation of blood to your west, about 20 feet or so.
I hate to say it, but that's probably from that lady.
And I motion for Sebastian to light a torch as well.
And he looks back towards you and he says, are you sure? You want another last source?
I flame.
The more the better, in my opinion, but I don't know.
It's probably, at least until they really notice us, better to stay a little stealthy. I think the woman is in this cell here. She looks dead.
Adam, is there a way for me to turn the flame on and off myself, or?
Unfortunately not, because that's the only one that's actually not built into my little macro here. So I'm just going to set it on for you for now, and then if something changes, let me know.
Will do.
Is the verbal component for that you yelling, "Flame on"?
No, I have to clap my hands.
Nice. I'm pretty sure this lady's dead. But Adam, I'm gonna just kind of peer in, see if I can tell at a glance.
Give me a blind check. She certainly looks to be dead, yes.
Where's the patient? Let me see her.
Cornel point in here.
Is the gate open?
No, this cell is closed.
Well, if she looks dead to me too, then I'm gonna move on.
Throw a blind check as well as you spend some time looking over her through the bars, seeing what you can determine.
I mean, she has a red X through her, so obviously.
You also think she looks to be deceased.
Too late.
Okay, locking the tokens momentarily. Grask, you hear the sound of the door to your east opening. And it's at that time that I'm going to throw us an initiative order.
To his what? Oh, right. I was gonna say to his west, but it's the stupid turned compass.
Yeah. Okay, let's put on some intense music here. Okay, Corin, you're investigating here and trying to see what you can see about this body. Again, she certainly looks to be dead to you. Grask, as you hear this, would you make any kind of sound or any alert that you've just heard something?
The door, be ready.
Okay, and as Grask says that, Corin, you're the quickest to react.
He'll look away from the lady and start heading towards where Grask was mentioning. I'm locked down, however. There we go. He's going to prepare ready a fire bolt for... I'm going to go with anything stepping through that door because there's a very good chance that it's going to be dangerous, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm going to ready a firebolt to shoot any bad guy that comes through that entryway.
Okay. Harmony.
Oh shoot, I should have re-rolled it.
Oh, yeah, yep, you can do that now. We'll adjust.
Sorry, I had to refresh this. Just take a sec.
Yeah, Roll20's been a bit buggy today, I noticed. Alright, so that will actually make it Hugo's turn then.
All right, so Hugo will rush up. And I guess he'll wait here and hold an action to swing the short sword at anything that comes within melee range.
Okay. Alright, before Sebastian's turn. Crawling through the door is a half piece of zombie. As it pops through, Corin, you can take your attack if you wish. This will actually be at disadvantage because he's only a half body, so he's considered prone. Okay, so that will indeed, just double checking, I think that's actually going to hit. They will indeed, yeah, go ahead and post damage. Alright, so you line up this firebolt, it strikes into this corpse, shuffling on the ground, and damaged it. This terrible acrid smell suddenly fills the air.
Just throw it back in the room and shut the door.
Alright, you notice more of these bodies pulling themselves on the ground, some of them with just bones for elbows stretching past their decrepit flesh, striking into the ground, dragging themselves along. Others grabbing onto anything, the side of the wall, the floor, just to get any kind of purchase to push them forward. Alright, from here, Sebastian will step up as he has his rapier now drawn, and you can see he also has his shield in hand as he stabs forward. As he pierces forward, he manages to connect on this creature and wounds it. And then we move to Grask.
Okay, I will step here, and then, oh my goodness, that was laggy.
I imagine that's what Grask was saying. He's just going, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I can take that step, right? Because Hugo's not in combat, so I could have done. Okay.
Yeah, you can actually move through allies even when they're in combat. It's just difficult terrain.
All right, cool. I am going to, based on my count of them, I'm going to rage.
Okay. Yeah, and I think it was just blind that's not working. So I don't know. Do we have rage in there? Probably not. I got to build that one in. But that's not technically a condition, but I'll get another one of these built in before too long.
Okay, I'll just use the icon red.
Oh, I'll throw the rage one on you just manually for now.
All right, and I will take a swing with the brand new Great Axe. Store bought, can't fail, guaranteed, or I get to return it for free.
You chop downwards and do manage to connect. Go ahead and post damage, and you can put yourself back to public, of course.
All right.
All right, as you chop into this creature solidly, throw me a throw me a d20, please. All right, you wound the creature badly, but it still seems to be moving around and squirming.
They don't die.
Okay, before Armony's turn, stepping through the doorway, pushing past the corpses, is this same terrifying looking individual. As he steps through, you notice again all these scars on his body, as with a snort he turns to you and then opens his mouth, shouting loudly, "Scar! We have them trapped! Come from the other side!" Alright, and as he gets to here, he seems to brace, holding onto that maul solidly. And then we move to Armony.
They're clever, I suppose. I am going to... Sacred Flame. Is that Scar?
No, you remember Scar is referred to as the large
Oh, that's
ogre.
the red guy. Yeah.
But yes, you can certainly Sacred Flame that guy.
This guy.
Alright, you call down a Sacred Flame upon him, but he avoids it.
Ugh. Then I am going to back up. As I'm passing by these cells, I'm not seeing anything or anybody in any of them, right?
Well, other than the woman in the first cell, you haven't seen anybody in the other cells.
Okay, I will sit there then.
Alright, top of the round, Corin.
Okay. I'm gonna just scoot over here a little bit, and I'm gonna try and Chaos Bolt that guy. Gonna try. Here we go. Does that hit?
Your Chaos Bolt doesn't... Oh, actually, hang on. No, your Chaos Bolt misses.
All right. Well, I'm going to sorcery point a quickened spell.
Yep, and then go ahead and just click on that damage to burn that slot.
Yep. Oh man, that would have been good. Gonna quicken. Okay, he doesn't look very wise. So how about a Toll the Dead on him?
Sure, yeah, go ahead and throw that.
Is that
You toll the dead upon him, but it seems to have no effect.
okay? That's yeah. I think that's all he's got going. Hey, is a spell effect roll the same as an ability check?
No, not necessarily. Do you have something you're trying to use with it?
I was just thinking the dream of success. It's for ability checks only.
Oh, yeah, no, I think that's referring more to like strength, dex, con, those kind of things.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's all Corn's got.
All right, Hugo, at the start of your turn, you see this guy to your northeast past this table looking very formidable, and I'll need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. Okay, Hugo, you find yourself struck with fear as you are terrified by the sight of this opponent.
All right, so that definitely changes what I was going to do. So I guess I am going to cast Protection from Good and Evil as my bloodline ability. I can do it. And I'm going to cast it on Grask.
Okay, sure.
And then I'm going to go, not again! And run back towards where Corn is. And I guess I'll just pull out, I'll sheath my rapier, or my short sword, and get ready to pull out my crossbow next turn.
Okay, so sheath your short sword, that's what I heard?
Yeah.
Okay, and then just quick reminder, do you currently have a shield in hand?
Yes, I have a shield in my other hand.
Okay, so to use a crossbow effectively, you'll need 2 free hands, and that means you'd have to remove a shield. Removing a shield is an action, just as a reminder.
Okay.
All right, this creature is going to crawl up next to Grask and try to hit Grask.
So does this thing have a disadvantage on hitting me?
No, but you have advantage on your defensive roll against it since you are now protected from evil.
Okay, wait. What was the spell Protection from Good and Evil? I'm reading it right now. Protection grants silver benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage in the attack rolls against the target.
Right, but remember the house rules here. You're doing defensive rolls, so you have advantage on your defensive roll. Mechanically, it works out the same.
Oh, so the answer is yes.
I mean, technically, yes. Yes, this creature will manage to smack into you as you try to evade the strike here, Grask. Hitting you for 4 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced down to 2 because you're raging. Alright, this one is going to climb up onto this table, lumbering up here, and then swing out at Sebastian. And Sebastian manages to evade the attack of the creature. This one's also going to crawl around. This one will attack you, Grask. Another defensive roll at advantage. Yes, this one you managed to evade. And then we move to Sebastian's turn. Sebastian looks for a moment at the sky, and then looks towards you, Grask, and says, we can't be outnumbered. Let's back up to the doorway and try to limit the number of attackers that can get us at once. And with this, he will disengage and move to here. Grask, your turn.
Okay, Grass is going to try and do the same plan, but more efficiently. So he's going to take a swing at the guy right here. Oh, sorry, right here. Did that go out?
Senor Adam.
Oh, maybe we lost Adam. The weirdest part is that because of how he records this, it's just going to be us being extremely rude to him. Like
He's talking right over him and saying all this stuff.
Like he's gonna be talking, and we're just absolutely not listening.
Can you still not hear me?
There.
Hey, you're back. You're back.
Yeah, we
Very weird. I just unplugged the mic and plugged it back in. I heard everything you guys said, though. No, never rude. No. All right, so Grass, go ahead and post damage. All right, so you slash down into the creature. Go ahead and give me just a straight up D20. Yes, and this time as you slash down into it, you hit that central part of the brain and just smash it into nothing.
Okay, I'm going to use reduce the creature to 0 health. Great Weapon Master lets me make a bonus action attack.
Okay.
I'm going to try and hit this guy, and I will do the -5 + 10 to it.
Okay, yeah, Great Weapon Master.
Here we go.
Yes, that will connect. Okay, you will wound this guy, injuring him as you slash in, kind of chop part of the arm and hit into that table as well that he's currently on top of.
Okay, and then I am going to step back, so I'll just take the hit from him.
All right, yeah, go ahead and throw that defensive roll as he tries to hit you as you step away. Oof, this will be a critical hit. Go ahead and roll a bludgeoning crit against yourself.
He has disadvantage on it because of...
Oh, right. You have advantage. You're correct. So, yep, that is just a miss.
Okay, and I'll take the one more step to back here and end my turn.
All right, this guy's turn. He will step up to here. As he does, he's going to look specifically at you, Hugo, and it's as though his body grows larger and those eyes seem to be filled with flame and anger and hate and just are absolutely terrifying.
I don't want no trouble, man. I don't want no trouble.
As this overwhelming, horrific appearance seems to overcome you, I will need a wisdom saving throw, please. All right, you feel almost as though you pass away out of fear, but at that last moment, you manage to catch it in your chest and manage to hang on. You're still frightened, but you are not affected by whatever this was. And we move to Harmony's turn.
Harmony is going to cast Sacred Flame on the zombie that she can see, which is this one.
Yes, that will indeed strike it. Go ahead and post damage. All right, we'll take that 5 radiant, which burns it. Alright, coming crawling through the door is another one of these creatures. It's going to get right up on top of you, Grask. And then another will do similarly to this side. Alright, we move to the top of the round, and from the south, Corin, you hear, "Oh, they're back! Gotta get them this time!" And that is where we will pause for our 15-minute break, folks. See everybody back in 15.
God.
All right.
See you in 15.
All right, folks, welcome back to the second half of our Scarlet Citadel session. Our group is currently in the middle of a combat. Let us see how it plays out. And we move to the top of the round here with Corin.
Corin looks at Hugo, who is sweating profusely and panicking, and he looks at Grask, who is facing down a dozen of these crazy-ass guys, and he reaches out, puts his hands on both of you, and he says, "Don't worry, we've got this." And then he'll twin spell cast Heroism on both of you. So Hugo's no longer afraid and is immune to fear. You both get 4 temporary hit points, which recycles at each start of your turn. So on the start of your turn, you get 4 temp hit points.
Nice.
And Corin will give Hugo a nod as he sees the fear evaporate and says, "Now go get him." And that's his turn.
Okay, Hugo.
All right, so I can't occupy my companion's spot to like take an attack, right?
You can, but it'd be considered squeezing, so you would attack at disadvantage, and any attacks against you would be at advantage.
All right, I am going to then try to telekinetically shove this one right here.
All right, yeah, go ahead and post that. We'll see if it's successful. You attempt to shove him backwards, but he does not budge.
Okay. And then I guess I will then run. I don't know what to do here. I guess I'll run this way to protect Corin in case that Scar guy shows up down this hallway. So I'll run to there, and I'll draw my rapier again.
Short sword, right?
Oh yeah, short sword. Sorry, yeah, short sword.
Okay, yes, you got your short sword in hand as you face down that hallway.
And I'll hold my action. Sorry, to attack if anything comes within melee.
Okay. All right, this creature will crawl forward, as will this creature. This one doesn't do much. And this one is destroyed. Okay, on Sebastian's turn, he will attack the one southwest, stabbing out at the creature as it is prone. He critically hits the creature and wounds it. Okay, Grask's turn. Oh, actually, I should roll that as a crit, shouldn't I? Never know, it might be something crazy. Yeah, there it is, just typical. Okay, Grask, your turn.
Okay, I didn't see heroism posted. Oh no, it was posted. So it's 4 temp.
Yep.
4 temp each turn, each start of your turn.
Okay, and the other person was Hugo or
Yep.
Sebastian?
Hugo.
Hugo, did you get that too?
I forgot about it, but yeah, I just added it right now.
Cool. I will take a swing at the one directly below me. I was gonna say south, but that's a lie. It's chess rules. You picked the wrong guy. All right, here we go.
That'll certainly connect. All right, and go ahead and throw me 1d20, please. All right, you slash down into the creature, wounding it, but it is still moving about.
What a pain. What a pain these guys are. I wish I had more attacks. Keep looking over the sheet. Okay, that's me.
Don't you have a bite attack if you wanted to use it?
But I already have temp HP.
Oh, true. All right, this guy's turn. Yeah, you're going to see him once again grip onto that maul very angrily as he's going to step over to here. Arbany's turn.
Okay, I think you went over this, but can I temporarily share the same space with Sebastian?
You can, but you will be considered squeezing, meaning any melee attacks you make will be at disadvantage, and any attacks against you will have advantage.
Okay, I'm going to step up there. And I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay, nice. You'll get to try out a fancy new script here, Libby. So let me walk you through this real quick. In the top right of your screen, you're going to notice a bulleted list icon. Go ahead and click that. And in the list, you should find one called Cast-Thunderwave. Pardon me, I'd like you to click the die roll just to the left of the word Cast-Thunderwave. And make sure you have your token selected when you do that. And let me know if you'd like me to walk through that again. I know that was a few different steps. Okay, perfect. So you'll notice this little targeting icon has now popped up on screen. I'll go ahead and put it right on top of you just to make it more accessible to you. And then you'll notice it's going to put it somewhere. So for where you're at, yep, there you go. So if you wish to have it work right there, now with your token selected, you should see a macro, a token action macro at the top that will say trigger all. Just go ahead and click that trigger all. And it's going to, so unfortunately, I don't think you can put it there. Yeah, you'll have to do it that way, yep. But once you have it where it is, then just go ahead and click the word trigger all, and it will actually roll and apply the damage as appropriate. All right, boom. So you can notice that, let's see, 3 of them succeeded, 3 of them failed, 1 of them was already dead. This will damage several of them. Now, these guys do have a special ability that might prevent them from dying. So I'm going to ask you to roll publicly just 2 d20s. Alright, so one of them definitely dies. However, the other one will not. So he does manage to cling on to unlife. Now, those that failed also get pushed back 10 feet. So the first guy was destroyed, second guy passed, third guy passed, fourth guy failed, he'll get pushed back 10 feet, and fifth guy will get pushed back 10 feet. Alright, so as this thunderous wave blasts forward, striking in that area and wounding several of these zombies, that is the ultimate results right there.
I say, shut the door, and then I'm going to... Okay, does that count as a melee attack because the people are right in front of me?
I guess, why are you asking?
I can.
Oh, let's see. No, that is not a melee attack against a creature, unfortunately, no.
They're right there. I will. I guess just step. Oh wait. I was. So if I step forward,
You could do that.
does this one have an opportunity attack?
No, not through the wall like that.
Okay. Then I guess I'll do that for now.
Visually, I love this, though, because you're like, close the door! And then you step through the doorway. All right, anything else on your turn here, Harmony?
Maybe I should have taken the opportunity attack, but oh well.
All right. Hugo, coming round through this hallway, you notice the large red orc. As he steps up and looks down angrily upon you, he swings out. Now remind me, did you have a ready action here, Hugo?
Yeah. My short sword if someone came within melee.
All right, go ahead and make your attack. That, unfortunately, will miss.
Right.
All right.
He's here! He's here!
And as he gets there, that opponent is, of course, going to attack you. Unfortunately, my roll 20 just snapped on me. 1 second. A lot of roll 20 lag tonight to the point where the screen's actually freezing completely up, which is odd. Not usually this bad.
It seems okay on my end. That's weird that you're having troubles.
Yeah, and I'm actually running the recording screen too, and so far I haven't seen the recording screen blip at all yet. It's just the main DM screen for some reason. Okay, I'm back in, and the creature is going to... You miss, so he will simply swing his Morning Star at you. Go ahead and give me a defensive roll. All right, you managed to evade that strike. Okay, this one, looking at the now stepping through the doorway, Harmony, is going to swing at Harmony. So, Harmony, defensive roll, please.
It's me. Adam, if you're talking, you cut out again.
Do we lose him again? I assume I take that 2 damage.
Oh, sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it must just be, maybe that's why I'm having so much lag. Maybe it's just bad network connection right now. Yes, that 2 bludgeoning damage was to Harmony, and then I just said top the round Corrin.
Okay. I'm going to look over at Red Ogre, and I'm going to say, I think you should go. And I'll cast Dissonant Whispers at him. I guess I need to do a spell effect roll.
Okay, Dissonant Whispers, and this is a Wisdom spell effect roll. Yes, this will certainly seem to affect him as he will suffer some damage and then immediately has to begin moving away. Alright, so as he puts one of his hands that's holding this Morningstar to his head and he'll start moving away, and I believe that does provoke opportunity attacks as well.
Okay, I'll take one.
Well, actually, you know what? My apologies. Hugo, you readied an action, which means you had to use your reaction to stab him when he stepped forward, so you don't have your reaction back quite yet.
What if I end my turn before he runs away? And then Hugo's back up.
Then Distant Whispers wouldn't work.
Okay, fair enough. DMs hate this one trick. Okay, so that was my main action. I've got one sorcery point left, which I think I'm gonna hang on to for right this moment. So that's it for Corn.
Okay, Hugo gets his reaction back, and it's his turn.
All right. Well, I saw Harmony go into the room. So I'm gonna run over there and see what's going on.
Don't follow me.
Don't? Okay.
I'm going to leave at my earliest opportunity.
All right. Well, I don't know what else to really do because I can't catch up with that other guy. I don't think so. I will go a little bit further down then. In that case, and ready an attack for the red guy again, or for any enemy that approaches from there.
Okay. All right, this one is barely clinging to life. And he will crawl on up to Harmony and attack her. Defensive roll, please, Harmony. That will manage to connect as he slams into you for 4 points of damage. This one will also move over and attack Harmony. Another defensive roll, please. Yes, that will hit as well. For 3 more points of bludgeoning. This one will crawl up closer. Alright, Sebastian will attack the one just to his south. But misses. And then we move to Grask's turn.
Really feeling like Sebastian is worth every penny. Okay, I am going to does reckless attack take a bonus action?
No.
It's free, I just get to say it. Alright, well I want to get some guys off Harmony, so I am going to recklessly attack.
And I'll just remind you that these zombies are currently prone as they're pulling themselves on half of their body.
Wait, have all my attacks been at advantage?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to undo reckless attack. And I am going to Great Weapon Master, and I'm going to hit this guy right here.
Okay. That will connect, yes. Damaging him badly. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Do I want to roll high or low?
You want to roll high. This, however, will be enough damage to destroy him.
Hooray! Okay, let me read the Great Weapon Master feat again. Do I need to make the melee attack, the second one, right now?
Nope.
Okay, cool. I am going to step here then, and I will hit the other weakest one, this guy.
Okay.
Wait, is that right? Yeah, he's who I'm gonna hit.
That will also connect. Yes, and don't worry about rolling it on that one. He is destroyed.
Okay, that is me.
Alright, stepping from the corner is this fearsome foe as he paws off with Grask here. And he is going to bring down his big maul right on top of you. Grask, defensive roll, please.
Is he undead?
He is not. Alright, this is considered a critical hit, as he has the Blood Frenzy ability, which allows him to get attacks at advantage against anybody that doesn't have all their HP. Please roll a bludgeoning crit against yourself here, Grask.
No, you roll it. I don't want to roll that.
You have to roll it.
You don't roll the crits the enemies do?
No, I let you guys roll them to see how bad they are to yourself. Alright, so twice damage, add them together, and he knocks you prone. Woo! So that's the base damage, plus... So 15, but half that because you're raging, so 7 bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone.
Don't forget your 4 temp hit HP.
Okay, temp is off, HP is adjusted.
Okay, next up is Armony's turn. Armony, at the beginning of your turn, now that you can see this fearsome opponent, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is that a blind check or public?
You can roll it publicly. Alright, yes, fearsome foe indeed, but you managed to keep your wits about you.
It's hard to charm an elf. I cast Shillelagh.
Gesundheit.
Alright, you cast Shillelagh, and that, I assume, is on a club or a quarterstaff in hand?
Quarterstaff, and I'm aiming for this guy.
Alright, so you enhance your quarterstaff and then slam down upon him. Go make your attack. That will connect.
Does it? There's nothing I have to do differently, is there? Like,
For a Shillelagh attack, you'll want that built separately on your character sheet because it won't automatically apply. So let's just take a peek real quick. I don't see that that's built in, so we'll build that in for you here, but just go ahead and post damage and I'll update based on what it should be.
thanks.
Alright, you slam down and hit the creature in its shoulder, and you can hear a sickly smack.
Now, because I did a melee attack, I'm going to not provoke an opportunity attack.
Alright, yes, you step away freely. And that Shillelagh attack is now built as your lowest attack. Alright, and from the other side... Sure enough, Hugo, the big ogre comes back, provoking your opportunity attack.
Alright.
That will connect. Alright, you wound him once again as he angrily now slams down with his Morning Star towards you. Defensive roll, please. Yes, you managed to evade this strike easily as we move to the top of the round with Corin.
I feel like everyone to the east of me is doing okay, so I'm gonna go and put my attention back on helping Hugo, and we're gonna toll the dead on Mr. Red Oak.
That will certainly connect him. Alright, you notice that little bit of black energy coursing through his body as the necrotic damage takes toll.
That was really helpful there. Boy, I think I'm going to. No, that's all I'm going to do for that round.
All right, Hugo.
I'll yell out, "Don't come closer, remember, he shakes his bloody at ya." And then I'll swing at him again with the sword.
All right, you pierce forward once again. Yes, managing to get through that half-plate armor. Go ahead and post damage. All right, striking into his chest and cutting a line of blood, but it's hard to see against his red flesh.
Yeah, and that's it, I guess. I'm just going to hold the line here.
All right, this one will attack Grass. Grass, defensive roll, please. All right, he does manage to... Oh, no, right. At advantage, so that will be a miss. This one will move up to here and also attack you, Grass. Once again, you manage to evade this strike. It says, though, a special barrier about your body is making it really hard for the creature to hit. Sebastian will bounce down to here, and he will stab at the ones to his northeast. And connect, wounding the creature a bit.
That better not have been his full damage.
Oh, he rolled a 1, man.
We're taking him back to the store.
All right, let's see. Grask's turn.
Okay. I think I'm gonna keep cleaning these guys up before I focus here. But I did have a question. This guy is over half in darkness for me. If I attacked him, would that be disadvantage?
No, I'll say because he's right next to you, you can see enough of him.
Okay, I am going to hit the guy right here
Okay.
with Great Weapon Master.
All right. Okay, this is at advantage, so that will connect. Okay, go ahead and roll me a d20. Yes, this one will be destroyed.
Okay, bonus action attack off Great Weapon Master for the last one.
Okay, to your southeast.
Correct.
Again, at advantage, I'll connect. Wounding him very badly.
Okay, that's me.
All right, on his turn, still all roided up here as he is facing an injured opponent. He will strike you. Defensive roll at disadvantage, please.
I'm trying. It's so laggy to even click my token.
Well, at least it's not just me.
Yeah, that was taking time for me too.
All right, this will manage to connect as he slams it down solidly upon you. 9 damage, half down to 4.
Okay, that's just going to be the temp HP, so you're not going to see my Hellfire move.
You had 9. Oh, right, 4. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, Harmony.
Oh, that was fast. I will. Let's see here. I say, should I finish off the zombie or go for the big guy?
Whatever you think is best, my lady.
I'm going to attempt Sacred Flame on the ogre again.
On the guy that is currently next to Grask.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
I moved here so I can see him.
Yep, no worries. Just to clarify, he's actually not an ogre, but that will indeed hit. Go ahead and post damage.
His nickname is Shrek now.
He does have that kind of skin color, you know?
It's right there on his page, subtype Shrek.
All right, that radiant damage does indeed burn him.
And then I will move back.
Adam, you've gone silent.
Man, it's got to be something with this little bit of drops. You guys can hear me now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So Scar the Ogre smacks out down against Hugo first with his Morning Star, seemingly to go into a bit of a rage here, Hugo.
Uh-oh. All right.
This will manage to connect as he slams this Morning Star straight up beside you, dealing 15 points of piercing damage. He will then follow that up with a bite attack, which is now at advantage, so you're going to make a defensive roll at disadvantage, please. Oof, this will be a critical hit. Please roll a piercing crit against yourself. Alright, so maximum damage instead of rolling. So that will be 16, so a total of 31 points of damage between those two strikes.
Oh, God. All
Oh my
right.
God.
I am unconscious.
Alright, so Corin, as you're watching that way, trying to make sure you can protect Hugo, or at least help him with the Ogre, you notice with two solid connects, first with this Morning Star pounding down, and then as the Ogre just reaches forward, just bites down, hitting Hugo right in the shoulder. When he pulls back, you just see a burst of blood strikes the walls on both sides as Hugo drops to the ground.
Oh shit. Why you gotta move up on me like that?
That was one too many, but now it is your turn, card.
Hugo was the source of protection of good and evil, right? Okay. Yeah, we gotta disable that.
Corin's gonna say Hugo's down, and then he goes, oh shit. And then he goes, all right. Try this, and then Toll the Dead on him. Oh, nope, not that one.
Yes, that will connect.
Come on.
Maybe you want to take him back to the shop too, huh?
Jeez, I quit.
Absolutely.
I'm turning this sorcerer in for something else.
All right, the Ogre does burn a bit from the necrotic energy as once again that black energy courses through its body.
I'm gonna bonus action quicken a spell to wait. I might not be able to do that. Is it 2 points for a quicken spell?
I think so.
Never mind. Yep. Shit. That's a problem. Okay. Well, this is a pickle. Corin's gonna say, Sebastian, Grask, a little help here, and then he's gonna try and run away. This is not gonna work out well.
As you step away, Scar smacks out with his Morning Star. Defensive roll, please.
If this goes badly, oh no, I don't have any spell slots left, so I can't shield.
Smacks into you hard for 15 points of piercing damage.
Well, the good news is I'm still up.
All right, anything else on your turn here, Corin?
Yep, that's down. How many did I just move? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna move my last 5 feet.
So heroism drops as well. Okay, Hugo, please set yourself to GM and then throw a death save, please. All right, we won't announce anything of that to the party as we move to our next opponent, who is attacking Grass. Grass, defensive roll, please. 16, I think that's enough. Let me check. Yes, you evade that strike. Okay, Sebastian's turn. He looks to you, Grask, and says, do you have this? I am going to help them if you're good.
Go and help them.
He is going to step away, provoking the opportunity attack. And the creature will manage to get a hit in on him, wounding him as he steps away. Once he gets to here, he will stab forth at the Ogre, managing to connect and wounding him a bit. All right, Grask's turn.
Okay, so I'm actually in the bad time. I cannot see the square to my right where I know that he is because the torches have moved.
Yes,
Actually, don't know.
you would be attacking at disadvantage.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Actually, I can attack at disadvantage and move back. That's fine. I'm gonna take care of this last guy, I think, just so he doesn't bother me anymore.
Okay.
So I'm gonna swing at him. I won't do Great Weapon Master on it because that would be foolish. He's gonna die, right? Wait, no, he doesn't die automatically. I think he has to pass that stupid other check, so I am gonna keep that on. All right, here it comes.
At advantage, that will connect. Yep. Yeah, that's enough to destroy him.
Okay, and then with my bonus action, I will swing at disadvantage into the darkness here.
Okay.
I don't think I'm lucky enough for Great Weapon Master to stay on though, so taking that off, and here we go.
At disadvantage, that will miss.
Okay, and I don't want to attack at disadvantage forever, so I do have to take a step back here. I'm just going to take the 5 feet here.
Okay, and as you do, you will be attacked at advantage, so defensive roll at disadvantage, please. This will manage to connect.
He's already hit me at advantage.
For 7 bludgeoning. That's true.
Does that have to 4 or 3?
Round down, so 3.
Okay, that is me.
Stepping into the light, and with an evil grin upon his face, he will step around you here, Grask, and then to here, and strike out at the wounded Harmony. Harmony, defensive roll, please. As the attack comes in, you dodge just at the right moment as the maul smacks into the wall to your north. And it is your turn, Harmony.
What's your problem, bro? I apologize for having to ask this simple question, but when I move through the space of an enemy, is that just difficult terrain, or is it not possible?
You cannot move through the space of an enemy without using an action. So you'd have to use an action or a bonus action to attempt to either overrun or to tumble. So it's certainly not a guarantee that will work.
It doesn't matter how big they are?
If he was 2 sizes larger than you, then you could move through him at difficult terrain without a check. But unfortunately, he's only 1 size larger, so you do need to make a special action to get through.
Stand and fight. We'll get Hugo after.
If he's alive, then.
We'll all be dead.
Alright, I'm gonna shillelagh this jerk in front of me.
Alright, shillelagh's still active, so you swing out your shillelagh, and that's at a flank, +2. That will connect. Go ahead and post damage. Yeah, you smack into him solidly, dealing 7 points of damage. Alright, next up is the Ogre. Alright, and he is currently face to face with Sebastian, so he is going to strike out at Sebastian. But Sebastian manages to absorb the first strike with his shield, and then the Ogre tries to bite him. The bite does manage to get through Sebastian's defenses and wound him. You hear a roar from the Ogre now. It's moved to Corin's turn.
It's not looking good. Okay, let's do this. 5 feet. Adam, I can see the corner of his token. Is that enough for me to target him with a with a saving spell?
Yes.
I'm gonna Okay, so this time I'm going to twin spell Toll the Dead onto Red Hulk and Shrek.
All right, go ahead and throw 2 of those, and we'll just go left to right. Okay, Scar is not affected by this, but the other guy is.
Finally, a good roll on that.
Yes, and that will wound him as the necrotic energy pours through him. And yes, he is badly hurt by that.
He's going to come after my ass next. So I'm moving up here. So I already had 5. So this is 10, 15, 20. Are any of these doors open?
Only the one to your south, as that's the one you guys broke open.
Take my last 10 feet into there. That's my turn.
Okay, Hugo, 2 GM death save, please.
Rolling that 20. Do it. Manifest your destiny.
Hugo, you suddenly pop, your eyes open as a slight bit of vitality comes through you. Cool story, guys. He literally rolled a 1 the first time and then a 20. So that was on the death's edge right there. Hugo, you get your full turn as you open with 1 HP. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna stand up, brush myself off, charge at the back of the red guy. Use my bonus action to do second wind.
All right, yeah, that should be built in as an attack for you. So just go ahead and click that and add back however many HP you roll. All right, and you can go ahead and set yourself back to public there and restore that HP. That's your bonus action. And yes, feel free to make your attack, and you will get a flank on this now. That will connect. Go ahead and post damage. You stab him in the back, wounding him, and ah!
All right, and since I'm flanking, I would like to action search.
Sure. All right, and doing a quick check here, Harmony, you're not still holding on to that produce flame, right? Because you've been using Shillelagh, so you currently don't have any light, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Oh.
Unfortunately, on the action surge, you stab forth, but do not connect. And just as a quick reminder, I'm not going to retcon anything here, but some of that light you guys are getting was from Harmony, which we hadn't taken off, so realize the light situation now. All right, Sebastian's turn, realizing the light situation. He is going to first second wind, and then he is going to drop his rapier to the ground as he pulls out a torch and lights it up. And then we move to Grask's turn.
Okay, cool. This is good again. I am going to... this guy's already hit me an advantage, so I might as well do the same. I'm going to reckless attack. Great Weapon Master, Great Axe, the dude right above me.
All right, you swing out at the fearsome foe. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, you're no longer affected by heroism, so I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw at the beginning of your turn here, Grask.
Uh-oh. Okay, wait, if I fail this, I probably wouldn't have... Well, okay, let's just roll.
All right, you do find
Wait,
yourself...
let me use my inspiration here.
Sure, yeah, burn that inspiration, reroll. You
Okay.
do find yourself filled with terror at this opponent. You can still make that attack. Would you like to do so?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay, so at disadvantage now, which with Reckless would work out to flat, that will connect. Go ahead and post damage. Nice. You strike a mighty blow, nearly sending him reeling. You see he drops to a knee for one moment and then raises his head. You see fire begins to fill his eyes as terror begins to emerge. What do you do, Grask?
I'm gonna go in with the Hungry Jaws. I can see victory. I taste it.
That will connect.
Oh, sorry, I can't do the -5 on that. I forgot to take that out. Oh my god, I gotta click this stuff.
No
Ignore
worries.
the bonuses.
Yep, no worries. Before he is able to unleash a very terrifying and deadly attack upon you, you rip his throat out and he drops to the ground, slain.
The tide turns.
And I will end my turn.
Okay, Harmony.
Harmony cheers and rains down sacred flame upon Scar.
That will connect.
Why does it ask me what level I want to cast a cantrip at?
It shouldn't be. If it is, it's set up wrong. But yes, he is indeed wounded as that sacred energy burns down upon him.
If I leave, there's no opportunity attack because I'm around the corner?
Correct. All right. In his very wounded state, you notice Scar flexes his muscles and blood sprays all around this area, affecting Hugo, Sebastian, and Grask. I will need the three of you guys to go ahead and throw me Constitution saving throws, please. Yeah, sprayed in an area when he bursts his muscles. Alright, as the blood sprays all around, Grask is hit solidly, suffering 13 points of acid damage, and you find yourself enraged, Grask, even more than you were before. Hugo is going to succeed, suffering only 6 points of acid damage, as does Sebastian, suffering 6.
Still enough. Hugo is once again down.
Alright, Hugo, as you drop to the ground, now at 2 levels of exhaustion as well, the ogre is going to try to get away now as he stomps away. Sebastian will take an opportunity attack against him here. Will connect. And will wound him badly. But he will continue to move.
How is that guy so fast? Is he not squeezing, like, for half speed?
He is not.
Goodness.
Corin, top of the round, your turn.
Okay, moving back out here. 5. And I'm gonna dash. And get right here. That's all I got.
Okay, Hugo, 2 GM death save, please. Alright, unfortunately my Roll20 just crashed there again, so I'm in suspense until it refreshes. I mean, lag is one thing, but the oh snap, I feel like I saw that in the forums where they said that's been an issue lately. So I'm not sure if that's related to lag or not. I think I'm going to check that. Logging back in now. All right, excellent. We move to Sebastian's turn. And on Sebastian's turn, yeah, I guess he is going to, he's got the torch in hand right now, so he's going to try to lead the way.
Get him, get him, get him.
He will rush out to here, and then he will shout and say, "He is to the west, not very far, we can catch him." And then he will dash. Alright, still doing some work over there on Sebastian, but we'll move to Grask's turn. So Grask, you are currently affected by this enraging effect, which requires you to move to the closest opponent and attack them melee. You have two opponents within the exact same range of you. I'm assuming, oh, actually, you probably can't see both of them, can you?
When you say opponent, you just mean creature, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's going to be, I think it's going to be Corin, actually.
Okay, and this frightened condition, is that gone?
Yes.
I can't see up the hallway. I can only see a tiny bit of Hugo, and then I know someone's here. Oh, I guess that's Corin.
Yeah, I would say you can see enough of Corin. Like, again, I would let you take an attack on an opponent like that, so I would say you can see enough of him to know he's there. And Hugo's technically on the ground now, so I'd say you don't really think of him as an opponent, and you don't even see Armony, because you can't see in the dark, so you're just attracted to the guy holding the big light.
Oh yeah, I would see him as soon as I step here too. Yeah, okay. I'll swing at Corin. Not that I have much choice. I won't do great weapon because he doesn't look very tough. I don't want to kill him outright.
You might miss me.
Right. So yeah, I don't think this has ever come up before. So I think we'll treat this as a straight up normal. So you'll roll your attack against his AC. That will indeed connect. All right, you savagely hack into Corin, and he drops to the ground.
Okay, and I saw more enemies go around the corner too. So
Sure.
let me see. I did 20, so I've got 10 more. So I guess I'll keep chasing. If I kill Sebastian, we don't have to pay him, guys.
Okay, at the end of your turn, Grass, go ahead and give me another Constitution save.
You better make this.
Wait,
Oh, that's me.
is it my turn?
Not quite yet, Harmony, just about though.
Oh.
You said you want a con save from me?
Yes, please. All right, you are still enraged as we move to Harmony's turn.
Hey, that was horrific. I'm going to assess. Oh, shoot, he's right there. I thought he got further away.
Harmony, as you step into this hallway and see two bodies, you see Grass turn towards you, slavering at the mouth. Great axe in hand, clenched as he's looking at you. Arrgh!
Shit. Okay, what is my initial assessment of Hugo in front of me?
On just a quick passive perception, down, hard to say whether he's still breathing or dead.
All right, I am going to grab a good berry and start squeezing and stuff it in his mouth.
All right, use an action to break the good berry juices right into Hugo's mouth, and Hugo is restored 1 HP.
Great.
Thank you.
All right, Hugo, you have 2 levels of exhaustion now, but you are no longer bleeding.
Don't think there's a lot that I can do. Just for future reference, do like healing word type things work on people that are doing death saves?
Generally speaking, yes.
Okay. Alrighty, because that was my action, right? You said
Yes. All right, we move to the ogre. He will step away, and unbeknownst to the group, Sebastian has dropped his torch to the ground and pulled forth a rapier. So he will get an opportunity attack here. But he will miss.
I have another question.
Sure.
If I were to move through Grask at this point, is he an enemy or a ally?
It's hard to say. He certainly looks aggressive, so I can't give you away too much information on exactly what it might do, because the effects of the enemies are always a little bit mysterious. It's possible he could strike at you, or maybe even try to block your way.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Top of the round, Corin, 2 GM death save. Excellent. We move to Hugo, who has 1 HP, excuse me, and is prone. Hugo, what would you like to do?
I'm going to stand up.
All right, using half your movement.
And I sort of assess the situation. And like seeing just Corin down, it looks like Grask is off to murder something down the hallway, right? So I'm gonna look
I would
down
say
at
he's
Corin.
looking in your direction now, and he's looking like he wants to eat you.
Oh, easy now, Grask. Don't let the blood get to you.
There's more of them here.
I'm going to try to do a medicine check to try to stabilize Corin real quick, since it's right in front of me.
Sure, blind medicine check, please. All right, you apply pressure to Corin's wounds, and it seems to be successful. He is no longer bleeding.
And just sort of hold out my hands. I still hold my shield and my short sword, but I'm like almost not being aggressive. I'm like, easy now, Grask. Easy. And that's the end of my turn. And I'm just going to motion for Harmony to move away so she's not going to get targeted.
All right, from down the hall, you hear, "Ugh, this is terrible. He got away. I cannot chase him. He is too fast. What do we do?"
Come help us!
Grask's turn.
Okay, I only get to shake this at the end of my turn, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait a second. Can I do this step? Are these two opponents equally distant?
They are.
Think of all the wonderful times we've had together.
So I'm just gonna tell you this because I'm in like a very weird spot right now. Hugo is equally spaced from me as Sebastian is now, so I could absolutely just run and attack Sebastian. It's very possible Sebastian kills me. Well, I guess that's probably better than me killing everyone. So I'm going to run over here, blood in my eyes, and try and swing at Sebastian.
All right, go ahead and make your attack.
I didn't great weapon for Corin, so I'm not going to great weapon here either, I don't think.
Okay. You swing and you see the shock in Sebastian's face as he quickly brings up that buckler and absorbs your strike. What are you doing?
Sebastian, where'd you go? There's more here.
All right, end of your turn. Another con save. All right, with this, you shake off the blood terror, the blood anger filling you, and with Scar, pardon me, with Scar a bit of a distance away, I'm going to say this is end of combat, guys.
If somebody goes unconscious and comes back, does the blood terror go away?
I guess you'll find out, right?
I'm gonna rush over to Corin. He's still unconscious, right?
He is, yes. You saw that Hugo was applying some bandages to him to try to prevent him from bleeding out.
I'm going to feed him a good berry.
All right, you break a good berry into his mouth, much like you did with Hugo, and Corin, you're restored for 1 HP and come back with that 1 level of exhaustion.
Grask will, coming back to his senses, he'll take his weapon and just lean it against the hallway, take it out of his hands and be like,
Sorry about that. We told you about his blood, right?
Sebastian looks at you. I assume you're saying that to him, right?
yeah.
He gives you like a slow nod as though like, oh, right, but still a little bit suspicious.
That was scary, Grask.
Did I try and hit you too?
Yeah.
What happened to them?
They're stable. But, all right. What's the plan? Are we gonna try to stay here or leave to recuperate?
We have to leave. But we're taking that with us.
And he'll point at, I know you've said their names a couple of times now, Adam. Not Scar. Green Scar.
Shrek.
You guys are calling him Shrek, but you haven't heard his actual name yet.
What does his name tag say?
I know, that's what I see, but you just don't see that.
Is there a thing floating over his head that has his name written on it?
No. But as you're standing in this hallway and trying to decide what to do next, after you've asked this question, Army, and Grask has replied, you hear from your east, Grask, well, perhaps you don't have to leave so quickly.
We have to leave quickly.
Oh, come now. If you've defeated him, you have plenty of time. I will not try to hurt you.
Is this we've heard the wizard who we saw 2 days ago. Is this the same voice?
Sounds like it.
I'm gonna hand three good berries to Hugo and Corin.
Thanks.
I'm sort of full after the first one.
8, goddammit.
Hey, Libby/Adam, are you a disciple of life or domain of life cleric?
1 level, yes.
Does that snazzy extra healing apply to the good berries?
I believe it does, yes.
Really?
So
The 2 plus.
So it'd be 3 for each berry.
Whoa.
Oh.
I like that.
I changed my mind. I only give him 2 more berries.
I'll eat all of them then, all in one big gulp.
I know this wizard is trying to entice us to say Grass is trying to corral people out.
We have to start moving.
Is the wizard talking out loud for everyone, or is it in Grass's head?
No, it is out loud.
Who's talking? Hold on, Grask. They're not trying to kill us, whoever it is.
You don't really believe that.
What if we hunkered down in this room?
Well, hold on. Let's hear what he has to say. He didn't try to attack us last time either.
Sebastian, are you all right?
Yes, I am just waiting. I do not know this voice. If you trust him or wish to hear what he has to say. But, well, we are in kind of a strange spot right now where we are clumped together. But, yes, maybe listen.
Found him.
Harmony, as you step in the hall, looking to your south, you see the old man. He's currently leaning against the wall as he looks towards you. And then as you see him, he has this gruff little smile. As I said, I pose you no threat. Did you kill the jailer?
That your green, red-eyed fellow?
Not mine, but the description fits. If he is dead, you will suffer no harm from him any longer. What about Scar?
We spared Scar's life for today.
Scar only fights because the jailer tells him to. Forces him to, you might say. If you promise not to harm myself or Scar any further, we can promise the same to you in return.
Sounds like a fair deal. Scar seems...
Don't mean to be rude, lady, but clearly you are not the leader of your party. Get your leader to agree, and then we shall strike a truce.
Alright, we got a chauvinist down here, guys.
How would we have heard any of this conversation from where we were?
I would say so, yeah.
Corin will say, Harmony speaks for all of us as much as we speak for her.
You're led by a woman. Peculiar.
It's alright. When you guys come down here and act like you're in charge.
We're not led by anyone. We're a collective, alright?
Oh, I suppose your chances down below will be great then. No leadership. Nonetheless, as I've said, just do not attack us, myself or Scar. If you really need to kill Scar, I suppose that's fine, but I'm telling you, he won't attack you any further. In fact, he's been eyeing the jailer's chambers for quite some time. Once he returns, I will tell him he is free to take those chambers over, as long as you all agree not to attack either of us. Do we have a deal?
I've actually taken a liking to Scar myself personally.
You can guarantee Scar won't attack us further?
If I can speak to him before you see him, yes.
We're likely going to leave before that happens, so you'll have a chance, I think. Who are you?
My name is Ushlux.
Can you spell that, please? How many Ushlaks does it take to turn a light bulb?
Well, Ushlek, what are you doing here? That's sort of important to know before we go into business together.
We are not going into business together. You do not need to know my dealings. All you need know is I will not harm you, nor will Scar, in return for you doing the same. I would request that you not bother me in this chamber yonder, you see, nod his head to the south, and ignore Scar in the farthest chamber to the east here. If you can give us that, you are free to go about your way. Of course, if you stumble into some of the other hazards here, we are not going to help you.
What if we need to pass through on our way out? Will you grant us safe passage?
As long as you announce yourself and keep the disruptions at a minimum, I suppose so.
I'm all right with this for now.
Quick question about the jailer. Was
Yes.
was he a greedy sort? Did he like to keep valuables that he took from the people he jailed?
You could probably find some cast-off things in his torture chamber. You are free to check his personal sleeping chambers for now, before Scar takes them over. I cannot say what is there.
Is that the room to the east? Where
Yes.
All right. We'll go look through.
And then we'll be on our way.
Let me go get Scar. If you head that way, I will call him and tell him of this deal.
All right, Ushlix. I think we're going, Sebastian.
Already, but I see that some of you are very hurt, so yes, I suppose that this makes sense.
Those of you who are coming back to Grask, you can see he is just picking up the jailer to bring him.
In his jaws, like a good crocodile.
Not that much jaw strength. No, he's carrying him on his back. I hope so, at least. Adam, how heavy is that guy?
Guys, there's a set of stairs in here.
He is quite large, but I think your strength is pretty high, right?
I've got a 16.
I would say you can carry him, but it's certainly a burden.
We're used to that. He lugged meat all yesterday. What's more meat?
I'm gonna produce flame in here for the art of seeing.
All right, I'm going to try one thing here. I'm wondering if this will be... I've got one here called Spot, and I'm not sure how much light that is. That's not actually right. So let me give you the appropriate light. Oh, actually, you know what? I think maybe Candle is the same as Produce Flame. No, it's not. Okay, never mind. It's one of these. I'll get it eventually.
I say, Grask, why don't you leave that at the pile of bones and we can pick them up on our way out?
What if something else tries to take it?
Quick reminder of the description of the room that you're in at the moment, Harmony. However, of course, all the bodies that were hanging are not there.
This wasn't his personal room, though, right? This is just the torture-tarium?
This doesn't really look like a torture room, per se. It looks like an oubliette. So no, you wouldn't think that this is the torture room or his personal chambers.
It was the torture room. But anyways, I was brave enough to come in here, and apparently there's stairs in here, which I'm shocked to see. I thought this was a self-contained room. Everybody.
This thing in the middle stairs, or you mean further down here?
Yeah, where you just pointed.
My blue magical effect that went through the air that you saw?
Your blue point. Can I look down the hole?
You can, yes. As you step up and look down the hole, you see that it goes beyond the range of your dark vision. As you're looking in there carefully, you can hear the sound of squeaking at a distance.
Squeaking in the sense of like a creature, or squeaking in the sense of like metal?
Creature.
Okay, something's down there, guys.
Rats.
There's a toad here.
I thought you were going to
Yeah.
look at the chamber.
Oh,
They were
this might be
feeding-
the torture room. I think there's things in here, right?
I think there's things here.
This feels torture-y.
I'm gonna see if I can release the chain.
Okay, you want to try to hit the toggle here, the winch?
Yeah.
All right, as you do, you notice that the chain that is in the center of that hole begins to descend very, very rapidly. And you can hear this loud sound as it bangs against the side of the walls. And you hear the sound of a loud squeak, and suddenly, something getting closer.
God
Sorry
damn it,
about
Hugo.
that. I just wanted to see how it worked.
Quit touching shit, Hugo.
How many berries was that you gave me earlier? 2?
There was 1 for you to come back, so that should have been 3 hit points instead of 1, and then 2 more on top of that. So 6 more.
All right, at the top of the round, let me go ahead and put us on some different music. And Sebastian says, stay or get out, close the door behind us. I don't know what this is and I don't like it.
Yeah, let's all get out of here.
Stop the machine.
Yeah, can you touch the thing again?
With torch in hand, Sebastian runs out the door and seems to be prepared to close the door. Corin.
Moving. Locked.
Too many buttons to click. There you go.
Okay, this was 30. Oh, wait. Was this a door that goes back where we came?
That is a door.
I don't like the way you said that, Adam. Corin's going to run here and give Hugo the "what did you do" look, and then he keeps running with the dash. And nope, that's it.
Okay, Adam, what's my speed holding the jailer?
Halved.
Yeah. Okay, I am going to dash with the jailer on my back.
You better step in right now, Hugo.
I thought we'd keep the thing fed down there, and then it wouldn't bother us. All right, and I will see if the chain is still descending. I'll try to stop it.
Give me a blind check. Yes, you managed to grab onto the lever and lock it into this sort of interlocking place, and the chain does come to a stop.
I still think we have to run, though. And I'm going to run out this way. And that's it. Oh wait, I'm sorry. With 2 levels of exhaustion, is my speed affected?
If you have it on your sheet, it should tell you the exact effects. I forget if it's 2 or 3 that does that.
I think it's 2.
Yeah, that center part of your sheet, if you're tracking your exhaustion, just put yourself at 2 levels and it will tell you the exact effects.
Okay, yeah, my speed is half, so I can't actually get that far.
You can dash.
Yeah, if stopping the winch wasn't an action, then yeah, I'll just dash out of there.
Yeah, I would say that's just interact with object.
Okay, I'll dash all the way to there, and I'll sort of motion for everyone to come along, and apologetically shrug. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Before Armony's turn. Bursting through this center hole, you notice a large creature suddenly emerges. As it does so, you can see this very whitish body and these long elongated wings. A great bat the size of a horse with black and brown fur. As it shrieks, its blood-caked muzzle reveals long yellowed fangs. As it emerges, it notices the closest opponent being Grask and flies up, leaping forward towards him. And Grask, it tries to bite you. Please give me a defensive roll. Alright, as it leaps forward trying to bite you, you evade its strike. Now it is Harmony's turn.
It bites the dead body that he won't put down. Okay. I'm gonna try this door.
Alright, you step up and open the door. As the door is opened, you can see that there is a room of sorts inside. On a quick scan, it looks to be some type of living quarters.
So I'm not seeing anything alive. What is in this corner here?
So your description here is someone lives in this chamber. Someone slovenly. One corner of the room is taken up by filthy animal fur spread across a bed of bug-infested straw. A barrel of slimy water and an unlocked chest are the only other furniture.
Can I shut the door behind me?
If you're willing to use an action, you can, because you interacted with object to open it.
Sure.
Alright, so you step back through. Oh, you're shutting the door while you're inside.
Yeah, I'm trying to hide from the bats.
Pardon me. Yes, okay, you shut the door as an action.
Well, I think that's... to be honest, I'm gonna walk over to the barrel, but that's it.
Alright, and as we move to the top of the next round, what better time to end the session as our group is in a pickle, spread out and face to face or face to back with a terrifying creature. Alright guys, hope everybody enjoyed this session. Apologies for the little technical issues there, and hopefully everything will be a little bit better next week. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, y'all. Way to go, Hugo.
You guys spice it up sometime, I guess, right?
Yeah.
There we go. Just throw a large bat at everybody.
That was
See you
plenty
guys.
spicy.
Later, guys.
It's too spicy.